Welcome back, fight fans. I go by the name of Barak.
And I'm Barak, the boxing bully.
And this is the home of all things boxing. The DAZN Boxing Show presented by AutoZone. Barak, a lot to touch on. And obviously the Zepeda Hughes fight is the main event this weekend. But I really want to touch on Floyd Schofield because I'm feeling this is a good era of young fighters. And I don't want to call them upcoming fighters, but I want to throw names out there. You're talking about Keyshawn Davis. I'm talking about Floyd Schofield. I'm talking about Abdullah Mason, who's a bit younger, but showing that specialness in his fighting style. So I love the future of boxing and what it's looking like. Is Schofield going to be part of that, the era that reigns for the next 10 years, right? That's the question. Now, he's fighting Suedo, who has knockout power, 13-1, only one loss with 10 knockouts. Schofield does mix it up, Barak. Does he mix it up enough to give Suedo a shot at landing one of those big shots?
Yeah, he definitely does. I mean, I think he's going to be there to get hit. Does that mean that Schofield can stop him? No, it doesn't, but he does have knockout power, so I wouldn't put it past him.
I know, but do you see special type of twitchy ability?
I'm not so quick. Of course I see that, but I just want the competition to get better and better. Now, he just happens to be somebody who's been moving consistently. I don't want to say fast, but consistently. He's fighting guys who have a lot of experience already. He's been fighting guys that had a lot of experience already. I think Golden Boy really, really believes in this kid. So I like to see fighters move like that, consistent, but not necessarily fast, because I want to see them continue to learn. So as of right now, with the competition that he's fighting, he's looking spectacular. And I agree. He does have all of that.
I mean, if you want to average it out, he's been fighting about, 4 or 5 times a year. Right. And which is good. I know a lot of promoters, when you got a good prospect like that, they'll try to get him out there 6 times a year. Doesn't always work out like that. Also, he turned professional in 2020 during the pandemic. That put a lot of things on hold. There are a lot of fighters that would have been busy that year but weren't able to be because of the restrictions. So credit to them and his team and Golden Boy for keeping him busy after the setback. All right, so let's move forward, Barak, to the main event, Zepeda and Hughes. Look, obviously Zepeda hasn't tasted defeat yet, right? A lot of knockouts, a lot of power. Maxi has 6 losses already in it, but has been in there he's been in some good fights, right? He's a vet. I don't know, some people might call him a gatekeeper, right? But will he pose a threat to Zepeda? That's the question. Will he pose a threat to Zepeda?
Well, nobody's really a threat to Zepeda. Zepeda's on a warpath right now. No, but is he going to be a threat? It's very, very possible. Yes, I agree. Zepeda is on a warpath. I agree with myself because I'm the one that said it. He's like a Leo Santa Cruz with power. The guy throws 100 punches around. Maxi Hughes style, is that the kind of style that I would just look with the eye test and say, okay, that's the guy that's going to beat Zepeda? No. But I think he has momentum. You know why? Because think about this. He was winning all of his fights, and then all of a sudden he runs into George Kambosos. I mean, we could basically say he beat George Kambosos, so that could either have stopped his momentum and maybe discouraged him, or that could make him say, you know what, I know in my heart I won and I belong here. And maybe that even helps his momentum. So can he pose a threat? Of course.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, trust me, his team and everybody around him would not let that loss affect him, because everybody around him is going to be saying, you won that fight, you won that fight, you deserve to be here. You know how that is. A lot of teams do that even when a guy didn't win a fight, even if it's a close fight.
Sad. That's so sad. You're right.
So I think he took that as a win to some degree. Obviously, nobody wants that loss on their resume, but knowing that a lot of people around you felt that you won that fight, that puts a certain level of confidence and momentum. So I do agree with you on that. Now, you have to take that momentum and do something with it, right? You have to go on and win big fights. And sometimes be in a position like this where you're the underdog, you're the guy that isn't supposed to win, but those are the opportunities that fighters like Hughes lived for. I think that they need that opportunity to show the world, hey, you saw what I did to Kambosos. You see what I just did now. Upset the apple cart. I'm here, and I'm here to get some big fights. So he has everything to gain on this fight.
Yeah, and you know what? We look at his record and you would say, okay, that's somebody who has nothing to lose. I kind of don't like when people say that. You know, maybe in his case, but sometimes when a fighter has that many losses, you know what you have to lose? Nobody wants to see you again. You know what I'm saying? And you don't even get these high profile fights anymore. But I don't think that applies to Maxi. No, it depends on who you are. If you're a Gabriel Rosado, no.
Yeah,
if you're a Maxi Hughes,
no. It depends on how you fight and how you lose.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. So when you look at the record alone, it might tell you he does have something to lose, but I don't think he does because he always comes to fight. And look, we still see him in these high profile fights, like I said, just like a Gabriel Rosado.
Yeah, so which means he's going to get another call if he's competitive in this fight. But I know that's not what he wants, to be throughout his career. Nobody wants to end up being a gatekeeper, right? Nobody wants to be a vet that's just there, to pad records. Like guys like Maxi they want to win fights. They want to go on and get opportunities eventually to fight for a world title, obviously make money to really take care of their families, but guys don't want to end up as a gatekeeper. So I think he's going to this fight very confident to actually win the bout. Now, can he get past the Zepeda test? I don't see that happening. It's a tough task. And Zepeda is very motivated, tunnel vision. He's talked about what he wants. So I think he's going to shine, to be honest with you.
It's going to be very hard to beat Zepeda, and you just got to have a different style. You got to be fast. You got to be able to move. You got to be able to stay away from that power. If you just standing right there on that line, you're going to sleep.
All right, and that's our show for today. Peace and love. Stay safe. We're out of here.